irrelevant political factors. With all the protests surrounding the Olympic flame as it makes its way around the world, the IOC chief has described the situation as a crisis, but said the Games would bounce back. He's also urged China to respect human rights as a moral commitment, and that hasn't gone down well in Beijing. Meanwhile, the Tibetan leader, the Dalai Lama, has said that the people of China have a right to host the Games. Here's Humphrey Hawksley.
The religious leader at the heart of the Olympic crisis arrives in Tokyo. Tibet might be small and powerless, but the Dalai Lama's cause has whipped up a global question about values and freedom.
See you afternoon.
He began by saying that he supported the Olympics being held in China. Then he spoke his mind.
Tibet should have full authority regarding preservation of Tibetan Buddhism, Tibetan culture, and education and environment, all these things. Han Chinese who have no idea about Tibetan culture.
The Olympic organizers are actually in Beijing assessing what they now admit is a crisis. But their message for China, with the Olympic Games comes moral obligation.
Awarding the Games to China would advance the social agenda of China, including human rights. And this is what I would call a moral engagement rather than a juridical one. And we definitely ask China to respect this moral engagement.
The torch relay passed through San Francisco with scuffles and route changes and a security operation befitting a head of state. In New York, activists mocked up how Chinese police beat up Tibetans. What might have begun a few weeks ago as a spontaneous protest in a faraway place has now gone truly global. US politicians have widely condemned China's Tibet policies, and now demands are coming for an economic boycott.
Next step is a boycott of the products and services of all of the corporations sponsoring the Olympics. That's Nike, Adidas, McDonald's, Samsung, Volkswagen, the list goes on.
Another blow came from the European Parliament that voted for a possible boycott of EU leaders going to the opening ceremony if China refuses to talk to the Dalai Lama. In China itself, a different angle. The government's announced that it's foiled plans to carry out suicide attacks and kidnappings.
These events organised by the Dalai Lama are against our government. Based on this, I can say that the Dalai Lama group are terrorists.
Not so, say the activists. Here in neighbouring India, sanctuary for anti-Chinese Tibetan exiles. Day by day, more and more protests. Humphrey Hawksley, BBC News.
54 Burmese